YouTube's clipping tool is a thing that exists in this universe.
I do it in I just highlight things.
Right,
It
let's see
works
if this
fine.
fleet works.
It
My
sure
laptop's
doesn't.
chugging a bit with.
You know, it's a shame that we
That-
had
Where is
that.
music?
It's a shame that we've had so many performance patches since beta, during beta, because otherwise you could just bring a fleet that is designed to crash the opponent's computer.
I think they specifically made sure not to allow that to be a thing.
Okay, that should improve performance.
You can't you cannot run around with 22 sweepers. That is illegal.
Oh,
Did I paste that screenshot? Yes, I did. Right, this is.
Who am I kidding? You'd find a way to run around with 34 sweepers.
like 3 Atlas, 3 Jupiter Mark IIs. That will get you what 9 plus 12. That's 21 sweepers there.
Mercury's?
Mercury's like 3
No, you want
more.
points efficient.
Yeah.
It's Jupiter Mark 1s and Atlases.
Well, you take the Mark II for the extra sweeper slot.
Forgot the Mark 1 only has one slot. Support slot.
Yeah, and if we're looking for a support squadron here, not anything actually useful.
Yeah. And then 3 Artemis, and that would get you another 6. So it was at 9, 21, 27 sweeper squadrons.
Only 7 short of my estimate.
Yeah, and then I think
there's stuff like the Berserk.
Yeah, I think you could get that within the 16-point limit, 16k limit. And
theoretically,
yeah, and then make them up ionized as well, just for sheer lag. Just for sheer lag. Have the nebula aid you in your attempt to crash the opponent.
Yeah, Soup forgot to do the screenshot thing, but he's very glad he has a stream up, so that way when he finishes the match, he can just go back and get a screenshot from that.
Yeah. This is why I'm glad I record my tournament matches.
And Waggle is never the wiser until he goes back and watches the stream VOD. Or I just go and straight up tell him.
I mean, at this point, he would just be glad to have any old screenshot.
I get the feeling that if Waggle did not have grey hairs before the start of this tournament, he now has a lot of grey hairs.
Grey hairs now.
I remember restarting because Joker didn't get his screenshots and we want to be nice to Waggle here. There's only so angry you can make one man before he just does things.
FPS, just on jumping.
Oh, joy.
He needs brains.
This is where when people go, oh, how are we getting up to the next conquest? And I hear people go, oh, why don't we have this number? I was like, oh god, no, please, no.
Welcome to Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, the PowerPoint presentation.
I remember when Heracles Blacking would do that every time I played. That was not fun. Because for some reason, people really wanted to bring Heracles for no discernible reason. Like, there was no good reason to bring it. And people would just keep bringing it. And I was like, I can't play the game when you bring Heracles. Stop bringing Heracles. And they kept bringing Heracles. Ironically, I discovered that I was having an issue with that when I was initially using the Heracles.
Distribution
which is weird
complete.
for me, because
come on, change ship selection.
I like good old toast.
Oh, this is horrible to watch.
Oh, are you watching my screen face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just watching you grappling around with the ship Boston is. Oh no.
No, I want to take that down and that down.
I just remembered what I am meant to do. is not do that. Because that'll actually go quite poorly.
I hope I'm going to have enough time for this, because usually I can do all what I'm doing now.
Systems have been updated.
Like,
Quickly.
probably 30 seconds quicker. But just selecting ships takes
I
ages.
have found I find that despite how quick I can be with my system processes, I'm getting them done in 180 seconds.
Okay, that's all of...
Which is unfortunate.
Now, I can get them all done, it's just a pain to have all this
I
lag.
maybe need to move afterwards.
This
This
has
is the big...
orders, this requires orders. Come on, let me press the button.
Also, good to see you're a trader phase and watching his stream of a My Superior one.
Calculating.
I had to see if it was really that bad.
Okay, let's...
I'm just messing with you.
It's that bad.
Calculating.
Oh, man. Horse.
By your command.
not enough points for that.
By your command.
You know, I'm just glad that I can say that you won't have a Mercury. Theoretically. Oh yeah, you might have a Mercury, because you're bemoaning about system processes and lag.
Yep, this thing's gonna explode, but that's fine.
Oh god, imagine a Mercury system processor, that'd be terrifying. Because it suddenly can do everything better.
A Mercury processing is, yes, I am moving at full speed and hitting you from at full range.
It's ridiculous. It wouldn't have a boost thrust, which is like the only really good thing about the posture system. Other than that, it's just a lot less glitchy.
The other good thing about this colonial posture is that, like, even when you go into +4 attack, you still have a lot of systems at 80%, whereas the Cylons, if they don't power something up instead of having power, they're still screwed.
Really, dude.
Like, even when they're at +4 attack, Colonials still have Marines on board their ship, they still have a firewall, they still have damage reduction, whereas the Cylons don't.
Let's take that off.
Now, I see you've gone for the first turn jumping, which completely splits up all your fighters.
By your command.
Yes, I was tempted to that, but I didn't want to risk losing, like, the points. It's all about the points. But come on, let me focus on this ship. There we go.
God, I hate how biased it is to player 2.
I've got to use this thing ability, which is actually fine because using it on turn 2 is actually kind of helpful. Come on, let me focus on this ship. Thank you.
By your command.
I am going to go and move you two to it, so that way I don't distract you.
Just meet yourself.
Confirmed.
Yeah, but I've also got household stuff to do as well. I've got cleaning up and stuff like that. I've got chores.
What on earth do I want to be doing with this?
Yay, my frames just dropped like
Why
yours.
there? Okay, I forgot I did that. That's interesting. Why did I do that?
Sounds interesting.
Well, I made a slightly silly decision that might come around and bite me in the ass. Then again, it might not. In fact, I'm gonna just view to no. Okay, does everything have orders? Everything does. Of course you got PCM, but that's kind of to be expected.
Torps is scary, so I prepare for them.
Confirmed.
And then you just go and don't bring torps, like some kind of rude person.
Yeah. I made some changes, like, to this fleet, and I forgot to change some of them back. But hey ho, it might not all go horribly wrong. How many squadrons do you have? 1, 2,
These do not sound like
4,
especially
6,
enjoyable changes.
7, 8.
Yep.
Hang on. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the raiders on the count thus far. How many do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, it could be close on the fighter counts.
Then there's quality, which you might actually have me on. Hello, Kratos.
Hostile.
Wish I had
unit
seen that about a
identified.
second ago.
Oh, did you not
Projectiles
focus
bearing
via the
constant.
craters? Oh god, I
You can-
can't see.
Phobos hull compromised.
You can see where I've dumped my torpedoes. Yeah, my frames are doing about as well as yours right now. So,
Oh, there we
people
go.
have done
Now I
some
can
bug
see what's
fixes,
happening.
and the bug has caused the fixes have caused more bugs.
Right, let's... Oh, that's got CAC bonus.
Yeah, which is perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Okay, let's focus on this Phobos, please. Thank you.
You
By
say
your
that like I
command.
have one.
As in, I want the camera to focus on one of my focuses. Not focus
Ah.
fire.
Yeah, this is. Oh god, this is probably how you feel right now.
Okay, you're... let's abandon that capture point.
Yep, it's. This is an issue I had in the beta. Torps, looking at them, completely ruins my frames, and sometimes just having them in a fleet does that.
Okay, you
By your command.
There you guys.
go down.
Why are you already being murdered? Hey.
Okay, so that modern base has orders. This one took some damage, but it's fine.
Confirmed.
Just
This is
don't
painful.
face your front. Let's turn the tech bay.
I wish I'd seen that Kratos a second earlier, because I would have fired all my torps at it, and it would be not happy.
Right, what's the deal with the Kratos? It's fine. Let's send it into the capture point. This Guardian is probably going to die very shortly.
Distribution complete.
Actually, no. Yeah, I may have forgotten to use the Guardian ability first turn.
By your
I forgot I
command.
had it.
I did, but I didn't actually do anything with it. Will this Phobos survive?
What
That
is
Phobos is not going
living?
to survive. What does what, sorry?
What is living?
Yeah.
All I know is well-made toast.
By your
And
command.
an unhappy Guardian in modern.
So, you both... In fact...
We'll do this.
And these two... Nope, I want to select these things.
You brought Vespers.
Yes. I was supposed to have raiders in that spot, but apparently they're Vespids now. I have no idea, like, I thought I changed
It'll
them
be-
back.
Phobos hub
It'll be funny if you win. That's for certain.
Oh, those traitors are going to ruin themselves. Oh my god, my frames.
Squadron is offline.
Now you see, in Australia, we don't have these things called frame rates. Holy shit, it just keeps getting worse.
Oh, you still not end of turn. Thought you had end
Oh no, I meant of turn. But the lag keeps the frames. They're not getting better.
Who needs frames?
We do badly.
Right, let's...
Calculating.
I'm having to so carefully maneuver one of my ships around one of these points.
Let's get rid of that.
This Kratos isn't happy,
No, I suspect not.
but
Calculating.
that's not its job.
This modern base star is in some interesting positions.
I believe it's called a corpse position.
It's not dead. In fact, it seems to manage to dodge torps. Like,
Your modern can
between...
dodge torp reasonably well. It's kind of surprising just how well.
Confirmed.
This Kratos, what's the Kratos doing? It's on a collision course.
By your
It
command.
says. Of course it's on a collision course. It's right next to your Kratos. I don't know if the front is not dead on that Kratos, which I find slightly curious.
It turned very, very hard, very, very quickly. You know what? Screw it. If we're going to die, we're going to die in glory.
The thing I probably should have done is
By your command.
should have grabbed some torps.
Like I did.
Yeah. Like,
Because I knew I was fighting
By
a
your
Skylon,
command.
so I thought, let's grab a few of these things.
Yeah.
And then it ruined my frame rate.
By
Yeah,
your
I
command.
I thought I was bringing torps instead of Vespids, but apparently I have... let's...
I do like that you're actually a person who remembered your own hacking on your modern base stuff.
My own what?
You're actually a person who remembered that their modern base was
Calculating.
hacking. Joker didn't. The entire time I fought him.
What do you mean by packing?
You're a person who remembered that your modern base star can hack.
Oh, right. Sorry, so I said packing.
I kept hearing you say hacking. So that's
Okay,
where I
let's
thought you still understood me.
put
Just
that on. This.
if it weren't for the slight colouring, I couldn't tell whose ship is whose ship.
So this thing has orders. This thing does have full fire control. Yes, it does. Good. Just making sure of that.
Yeah.
This thing is partying. This thing is doing.
So how's your Guardian doing?
It's not dead. I would have expected it to have died by now.
Projectiles bearing constant.
It's probably about to die now.
Kratos hull compromised.
Kratos hull compromised.
Apparently you'd be surprised.
Revenant hull compromised.
Revenant hull compromised. Now you've talked. My Revenant over, say, my Kratos or whatever.
Oh no, I'm not. That's just all the guns can shoot at it for some reason.
Okay, let me focus on this Kratos and figure out why I'm not capping that point, because that's making me sad. And the Guardian... Ooh, the Guardian is still... not dead.
Yeah. It's being focused on, I think.
Confirmed.
Yeah, it is. My Kratos died. That was expensive. The reason your Kratos isn't capping is because it's way too low.
Yeah, I realise that it's time to rectify that mistake. God, the Kratos is a tanky
Systems
beast.
have been updated.
Yes.
I mean, even with, like, yours, it's took a hell of a beating.
Of course, where's the map going?
Okay, my plan on this end of the map seems to have been...
Confirmed.
I'll be
worked.
honest, I think I'm going to lose this. Because, it's... The points thing, it's so...
Confirmed.
It's
Like-
a funny thing.
Like,
This
if...
game mode.
If my fighters didn't get dragged along, I wouldn't have done quite what I have. Now, I don't actually know what subsystem I'm hacking because of the lag. So I gotta triple check
Can
that
I-
stuff.
There we go, that's 5 munitions this way, and just keep contesting that point. Kratos can do whatever, Guardian is kind of doing whatever. Who should it fire missiles at? It can fire missiles over that way. Now, can say I'm definitely losing this fighter battle.
But they can't cap points now, can they?
No. I'm curious to see who is going to win the fighter battle. I mean, not the capital ship. Like, at this point, this is the point where I can suicide and just win.
That's... Which
But I
is
don't do that tactic. It's
ridiculous.
at least I struggle to do that tactic. Every time I've done that tactic, I've done it 3 turns, or like 5 turns late. They've recapped everything, and I lose anyway. So, just blow stuff
Kratos
up,
hull
and I'm
compromised.
ahead on points.
It is
Squadron
easy to
is
just get
offline.
stuff things out.
Phobos hull compromised.
And I've lost the Guardian, and yeah, no, I'm dead.
I've lost a modern
Did I?
base star.
They appear to have accidentally rammed each other.
Did you lose
Unless
yours?
No, because yours had been massively torped, so it was on much lower health than mine.
Mine was quite
Yeah,
damaged.
I've lost. I just don't have ships anymore.
By your command.
I hate 16K
By your
so much.
command.
Okay, so that's both. That's my left flank pretty much entirely secure.
Calculating.
It's entirely secure.
Let's focus the camera on this ship. It takes
At least I finally took your Guardian down.
Kratos, where are these going? Tell me Yes, I did press that button correctly. Just... right. I wonder, is this in firing range? If it is, that will just be fun. It is! Apparently that can fire at this. Can this jump? No. I've jumped really late with that ship.
Confirmed.
Actually, let's fire.
Kratos hull compromised.
Yeah, your Kratos died.
Kratos died?
unit
Ah, no.
offline.
We get your Guardian?
Oh, you got the last one, not this one.
Okay, I've got one of the Guardians. That's kind of what I was
Yeah, that one died last turn.
No, that one just died.
Calculating.
You've got two Guardians. One of them just died.
Ah, that's probably decent. No, that was decent because it died last turn. Game's not happy right now, as you can probably tell.
Yeah. Right. I'm kind of not too... I shouldn't be too surprised with desync, because my laptop is chugging. It's going to get stuff wrong.
I don't even know why mine is.
By your command.
Started using up everything. I go. Okay.
Okay, you know what?
Hey, what's the heat of my laptop? Let's just check that real quick.
Calculating.
Because it could be a case of it's completely, utterly overheated,
By
and
your
for some reason
command.
it's not being cooled properly. It's not overheated. Okay, this is just the game.
Well, the game just being...
It cannot physically... The game cannot physically use
Systems
my
have
laptop's
been
resources
updated.
sufficiently.
Nope, it's like that thing where you get game engines that aren't able to handle stuff. It's like Empire at War. If you ever put so many units on the board of Empire at War, it doesn't work.
Empire at War tends to crash if it uses more than one CPU.
Yeah, it's like that's not your laptop. I mean, let's try a different example that does use multi-threading. Probably, I don't know, Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. That uses multiple threads, doesn't it?
I have no idea.
Let's see. What are all my ships doing? That's
My
doing
issue now is that
things.
once you run out of big ships, my torps become useless.
This ship is doing things.
Basically,
This ship is
yeah,
also
anything in
doing
front is-
things, and this is doing good things.
Favorite thing that's love it when Steam covers up my UI, so I have no clue what's going on.
Ah, the crater's died with its
Projectiles bearing constant.
Vespids
Vessels
inside.
on board. Good. What it deserved.
Oh, that looks like it might be a dead Cerberus.
It's a dead Cerberus.
Wait,
Cerberus hull compromised.
did it die on your screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's still alive on mine. Hmm,
That's a bit unfortunate.
that's odd, and I think, like, for a while I'm on my laptop, which is admittedly only this week, probably shouldn't stream because it really doesn't, like, it can't go.
Maybe,
Calculating.
maybe there's just a chance that there's now this weird thing where, like, oh, if you're streaming, game just doesn't. Oh no, it is still alive. Yeah, no, my bad. I just thought it. I just didn't realize it was dodging. I thought it died and didn't realize it was dodging torps because I only had 3 frames, and my eyes have issues with focusing.
Did your Revenant die? Okay, that
Yes.
thing.
Rav did die.
Okay.
If something's dead on your screen, it's probably dead. If something's not dead, it may or may not be dead.
Oops.
Confirmed. Distribution complete.
Right. Usual orders.
The moment torpedoes are on my
One.
screen, the moment significant, not even that many torpedoes, just decent number of them are on my screen. Game just doesn't.
Yeah, game just says, nah, can you not, please?
Maybe it's because I'm streaming too right now. That it's also.
I
maybe
think
in crash itself
streams
as well.
are, like, killing performance quite a lot.
But my thing I'm confused about is I'm not having limited resources. It just
I've
doesn't
just
want
quickly
to use
open
what I have.
Task Manager, see what that's doing. When it bothers to open. It's probably at max. My laptop's not especially powerful. Oh, because I haven't had it open, I can't really see.
I always have my task manager open, like so it forces itself to drop in case I need to deal with an issue.
I usually have Task Manager open. I'm surprised I don't open.
Like just thinking like forcing itself to the top. Yeah, if I can take out what you have in the
Projectiles
field, I
bearing
can.
constant. Projectiles bearing constant. Revenant hull compromised.
Revenant hull compromised. Did I change? No, that fire control is offline. What's facing as that? Because I bet that was a foreseeable thing. Oh, top.
But never fear, I'm about to run out of munitions on some of my ships.
Can this Guardian please just die? It's taking a lot
Well,
of
now that you
beating.
lack a, now that you lack a
By your
crate, it's a
command.
lot harder to kill.
Right, what are you doing? What are you doing? You are, still living, which is honestly more than I could ask. You.
Yeah, it's not the biggest threat right now. I'm honestly afraid to look at system processes on a few of my ships.
Alright,
I know.
this Cerastes, you have finally gotten up here. Well done. Now you're going to have to go all the way back down again.
This place.
Okay, that Revenant's got orders. What's
Be
this?
careful you go down. You don't go down too fast, then accidentally just not capture the point at all.
I mean, it's captured in like the first second of this turn.
And Cerastes are very fast things. And the down bubble is limited.
And captured.
Phobos hull compromised.
Phobos. Oh, compromise.
Revenant hull compromised.
Poor Guardian. Oh, I got the fire control.
Got on that Revenant. Yeah. Thought you
I don't
might-
have a Revenant. On my base stuff.
Alright, what couldn't go down? That's got no tech bay anymore.
This is such a ridiculous.
Right, this thing's probably going to lose its fire control this turn. And the Cerberus, again, it's alive.
By your command.
Not really sure what it's doing.
It is technically a ship. That's about it.
I realise what you're doing with that. That's...
Distribution complete.
Should have known you're going to do that. Go after the do-hacking. It's kind of a big part
Use
of Cylon gameplay. Right, so that's doing stuff. This...
use one of the main features of these ships. It seems the game is calming down though, with less torpedoes for me. And less ships.
Let's move you like that, just so that you don't get a cheeky torp strike off.
Revenant hull compromised.
Revenant hull.
Squadron is offline.
I've learnt that torps at Revenants never go well.
Squadron is offline.
And I got your Guardian.
And I got your Rev, so we're both happy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have pretty Pretty
Confirmed.
much lost though. Because now I need to compete with the mobility for the capping points, and there's just nothing I can do. This is honestly why I now prefer Annihilation. This is propaganda's just got issues like.
Send you over there. You
Confirmed.
repair the fire control. Again. I just got that back online. And the tech base offline, so I can't even do anything with that. Cerberus, you're still alive. Somehow.
It's not being shot at, and I'm out of missiles.
Wait, are you completely out of missiles? Oh,
Well, you killed everything that wasn't going through at every turn, and you killed you killed the craters, and so the model base stars have just run out.
Calculating.
Two Phobos and like a Phobos, two modern base stars. Yeah, that kind of works well for propaganda. You need two completely fleet builds to really play on good terms against colonials or Cylons. Annoying.
There we go. Target.
Hard to get generalists.
This Cerberus. Yeah, that can just stay as is. This ship stays as is. Cerberus is doing things, and the Cerestes is now gonna make its long way back to everything.
Squadron is
It
offline.
appears there was an accidental ramming.
Oh,
Squadron is offline.
That saved my
Squadron
satellite.
is offline.
Oh,
where did your modern base go? Ah, it jumped over that direction.
I appear to have also won the fighter battle.
Yeah, you definitely that was not something.
If this was annihilation, I would have won, but it's not. I try to play
Calculating.
points, and it just doesn't go right.
Cylon jumping needs to be nerfed in some fashion. Like, I don't know.
It's an issue in propaganda. In annihilation, it's fine enough. It's just
yes, jumping is
jump
mostly
exclusion zones. Jump
Yeah.
exclusion zones is what's
I would support satellite jump exclusion zones.
I support not doing a tournament in propaganda.
I mean, that's like you kind of knew it was going to happen because it's like celebrating the new stuff.
Than you even think. I knew more than you could even think. I knew. Doesn't mean I have to be happy with it.
Confirmed.
Now, beat up Z-Dog, beat up Phoenix. I cannot stand either one of them winning.
Well, not Z-Dog.
He's already won a tournament.
I mean, Waggle won 2 tournaments.
And he only signed up for the second one because Sproge did. From what I heard.
Kind of. I imagine he signed up for it also partially because he wanted to do a tournament.
I wanted to do a
Revenant
tournament,
hull
but I
compromised.
don't want to do this kind of tournament. and then it's just like, oh, Zeto's joined, Face wants me to join, and if Phoenix wins, that won't be
Nope.
the most enjoyable thing.
Bye-bye, Revenant.
By your command.
You'll be missed.
Just not by me. The fact that I can go send my war driver back to repair is a bit ludicrous.
Should have been repairing this navigation on this Cerberus because it's actually. If I'd been repairing it, I could have got the height up to actually contest that point.
There's not much I can do right now. I wholeheartedly believe that the devs need to play their own game a bit more than they do. So remember the Mercury in its early state, and they were legitimately confused that it wasn't performing well?
What was it in its early state?
6 Battlestar artillery in the bow, costing 3,200. No special stats. It was not good at all.
Calculating.
To think that Refinery was still the least bad map for propaganda is because these satellite placements are
By your command.
I just don't know why.
They changed them, and I kind of like. I'm down with the spreading of them. The spread is. Compared to what it was before, I like this spreading. It's just.
I prefer like having separate spread out clusters of 3 and not favoring one spawn point over the other.
Yeah, that's sort of the thing that's I don't like, the fact that
Cerberus
it's not symmetric based on spawn.
Yeah.
Phobos
when it really should be. Like, that's the biggest issue. It's just like it's one side or the other, and yep, I'll lose this turn. Well, if you have your Cerberus not move at all, I can ram it to at least end the game on that.
Confirmed.
Yeah, you know what? Sure.
Because you're going to win anyway. Look at that point difference.
Cerberus is going at... But as though it would go with no nav. And the Cerastes is... I mean, it's going to take years to destroy that modern base star.
First, you'd need to be able to start targeting engineering consistently.
I guess
just to
being
get past hull proven.
Phobos hull compromised. Cerberus hull compromised.
1 HP!
Oh,
you.
Oh. What? Hey, at least I have positive points. I've seen some poor buggers with a negative. So that Guardian that took you ages to kill did 900 damage.
Ooh. That paid for itself.
One of the modern base stars did 800. And then the Cerberus managed to do 300. I wonder how it did that.
300 on a Cerberus. Well, never underestimate those heavies. What's
It
mine
did
do?
land.
So I think top damage is the Kratos with 568 damage. Probably don't have as good damage numbers as you. Although my Cerberus did also do a lot of damage at 373, which is actually better than my Guardian, one of my modern base stars, and basically the same, like 0.3 less than the other modern base star.
This was an interesting fight. I think helps shows some of the more issues of propaganda. Where it's like, oh, you're going to jumping harder, win.
One of my Cerberuses did a grand total of 7 damage. Alright, let's grab these screenshots off to Waggle.
I'm gonna
That's
have to close down my stream before I can get the screenshots.
I can just about tab in and out. It's like just my laptop is just slow when this much stuff is going on. It's responsive, but just slow.
Yeah, mine's a powerful laptop. It's just for some reason they're just like, no, we can't use your big beef. Enjoy. Maybe who knows? Maybe my streaming software is reserving too much.
What streaming service are you using OBS?
I'm using what's the Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah, I'm using that as well.
Yeah, so it might be reserving too much CPU power.
Yeah,
Right.
OBS is not well optimized for streaming, oddly enough.
It's only called Open Broadcast Software.
Yeah. Well, that I kind of stopped streaming.